Hey guys, Rob Dew here and Staff Sergeant Joe Biggs. I saw this video last night and it just, sometimes you see something, you go, there's something not right about this. I knew it was fake. It was on the Mail Online. It's got about 600,000 views now. What is this mysterious aircraft film blitzing Taliban base in Afghanistan? Footage shows UFO blasting terrorist encampment. So I sent the video to Joe. We got together this morning. He debunked it in about 10 minutes and we're going to show you what we found. And also weapons that are out there that are out of this world that are currently being used. So, while this is a pretty interesting video to watch and share and throw around there are some serious things out there that we are going to discuss. But first, let's go to the video. Joe, I'm going to hit play on this and tell us what we're watching.
Well, as you can see, you've got this horribly edited in UFO flying around that they're saying is a actual UFO getting ready to attack a Taliban base. Now, if I was a Marine, I've got a lot of buddies who are Marines. I was in the Army. One thing I do know about them, something like this goes off, they're yelling and screaming. There's no way that these guys are just quiet, sitting there holding their camera. Second of all, I've been to combat and I've seen an explosion similar to that. So when he showed me that video, made me run through a few ideas. At first I was thinking, maybe a couple different javelins or something like that. But then I was thinking an F-22 delivers what's called a JDAMs. Now, shoots out and then busts off into 8 different missiles and then hits. So what we did is I went to YouTube, pulled up some JDAMs footage, and needless to say, it's the exact same explosion. All right, they've called in an F-22 and they're waiting on a payload to come in for the JDAMs. And when you see this explosion, you'll see the explosion at the bottom originate and then you'll see it come at the top like it did in the UFO video right there. How it shoots off like that. That shows that it's flying at that angle.
And then there's a second explosion, just like the video that we just saw. So right there, you're looking at the same exact weapon, and so there, it's debunked right there. But then, what I did was I took the video and slow it down, and I'm going to show you that right now. So here it is, slow motion. You can watch this thing, watch it jump up and down. The camera doesn't even move, and you'll see it jump up and down. It's going to happen right here. See, there it does. Right after the camera moves, it starts moving back and forth. Like it's definitely not in the frame while it's being shot. And I'll play that again one more time, full screen for you guys to see. And you could actually see that it moves up and down when the camera's not even moving. A telltale sign that you're looking at something fake.
Nice try, guys, though.
It's clever. Probably it's a promo for some new sci-fi thriller that's going to come out about aliens and alien technology.
Or maybe it's the way that they want to scare Putin to think that we have that kind of technology.
Right, exactly. So here we want to show you some things that are being used by our military and the military police against citizens, against insurgents, against terrorists. Back in 2009, I was actually here. I witnessed this. I was on this street in the western side of Pittsburgh. It was a neighborhood, and the cops were using the sound cannon LRAD on protesters. It would launch out a command and then give you a high-pitched squeal that would make everybody run in terror. This was originally invented to be used against insurgents in Iraq. And
the Incredible Hulk.
Right, and now they're using it against people here in the United States. It's been used many times since then. It's called the LRAD. It sits right on top of these tanks. It's a giant sound speaker that can be aimed. You can turn it up to different levels. You can see footage of it in Police State for the rise of FEMA. Now, Business Insider had an article that came out in 2011 talking about lots of different weapons that are being used. Here's an invisibility cloak that makes tanks disappear. Now, you scroll on up through this. They also have a phaser rifle which shoots out a laser blast, blinding people. Definitely alien-type technology. Here's a wall of tasers used to combat protesters coming to a protest near you, no doubt. Here's like a drone-type tank.
That's like a carrier of some sort. You can walk around and they can follow you.
Really?
Yeah.
And so it's to provide backup, essentially, but this is unmanned. Here's the microwave gun. This came out in 2008, and basically if you're walking towards it, it'll heat up the layer of skin right underneath you and cause burning sensations. Being used in wartime, also going to be used here. Here's another laser weapon that's being used. I'm going to put a link here below, and you can actually go watch a video Alex made about a year ago about lasers being used and how they're being used in the United States. We melted Star Wars figurines at the same time, so it's pretty cool. And then, of course, you've got these drones here that have, kind of like a personnel drone, shoots mortars, machine guns. Did you ever see these in
Yeah, they took, what they
combat?
did is they took that EOD robot that they use and then just fixed a weapon on there and then added a control to it with a screen, and they were able to drive it around and shoot, try to keep people out of the way.
Right, and this came out in 2011. Now we have, from the Daily Mail, U.S. military is testing a gun that could turn anyone into an ace sniper. It's basically a smart gun that helps you aim. So no more missed shots. They're all headshots at this point. And that's going to be coming to a battlefield. And then
It gives you the actual wind corrections and all that stuff too, to tell that shooter what to do to put in to
Right.
get that. I mean, it definitely dumbs it down for anybody.
makes anybody a world-class sniper. Here's the railgun. Hurls a shell over 5,000 miles per hour. It takes them up to Mach 7. And basically, this is to get the projectile past armor, anything.
It can go
could be
through
used.
anything. I mean, that's a scary
Use
ammunition.
electromagnetic technology. So basically nothing is going to be safe at this point. You're not going to be able to hide anywhere. Alex has talked many times about the bunker busting weapons, the sabos that are up orbiting the Earth at this time. So there are weapons like this, but the video that you just saw with the Taliban, UFO killing Taliban spaceship doesn't exist. It's been debunked. Stay tuned for PrisonPlanet.tv for more types of videos like this. You can watch Paul Joseph Watson's video that he made last week debunking the chemtrail video that somebody put out that went viral. So you can't always trust everything you see out there on the internet, and it definitely helps to do your own fact checking. And like Joe did, he just went and found the video of the same exact weapon that was being depicted as being a UFO type based sparkler gun. So that's the video for today, and subscribe and send this out to people you know. Infowars.com, where there's a war on for your mind.
The globalists have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding, making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
The brainwashing media machine has been turned up on high, and it's time for humanity to double down on the true people's media and strike back against the tyrants that are destroying our civilization with their lies and fraud. We are the resistance. You are the resistance. You are the info war. It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the info war to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv.